Okay, here's another video on biofilms, and this one's going to include Kiwi, which is short for Actinidia deliciosa, and the main compound in Kiwi that helps with the biofilms is a compound called Actinidin. Now, Kiwi is a protease fruit, which makes it unique from other fruits, and Kiwi stands out compared to other fruits because other fruits are not proteases like Kiwi. And proteases basically have like a cleaving, cutting effect on adhesion surfaces and adhesion molecules. Now, biofilms, they happen to be adhesive or have like an adhesion sticking like effect to surfaces. So, inflammation, especially in high excessive levels, and the activation of NLRP3 inflammasome can actually support the growth of biofilms. It's no wonder that it's well known that cancer cells, they migrate towards locations of high inflammation because the cancer cells will get a protective benefit or protective layer from biofilms. So protecting cancer cells from immune cell attack, since inflammation creates biofilms. Now, kiwi has vitamin C in it, and so that's critical to reduce inflammation. Therefore, cancer cells cannot get the protective benefit of biofilms. But of course, vitamin C isn't the only anti-inflammatory nutrient or compound. Okay, so biofilms are actually structured microbial communities encased in EPS, so short for extracellular polymeric substance. And adhesion molecules also are critical for biofilm maturation and stability of the biofilm structure. And some of those molecules are fimbriae, pili, surface proteins, and extracellular polysaccharides. Biofilms are rather not good and can be extremely problematic for the human because it can lead to vitamin and nutrient deficiencies in the human being, which could also lead to a weakened immune system and then cancer metastasis, because a weak immune system does not allow for fighting against cancer cells. And that's because biofilms, they steal and rob nutrients and vitamins away from the body, because there are bacteria that grow inside the biofilms that rob the body of needed and essential nutrition. Now, the compounds in kiwi, they have potential anti-biofilm or adhesion modulating effects, and kiwi is rich in vitamin C, ascorbic acid, polyphenols such as flavonoids and catechins, and then actinidin, even dietary fiber and other antioxidants. Now, there's this thing called quorum sensing, and that actually activates biofilm maturation. But the polyphenols and flavonoids in kiwi can inhibit this bacterial quorum sensing, therefore reducing biofilm formation, and can also alter the expression of adhesion genes, weakening biofilm structure. So the genes themselves, they enter and interact with the DNA to activate the transcription factors for the genes that have to be expressed for the biofilms to form. So the DNA is inside the chromatin. The chromatin has to be opened in order for these expression of adhesion genes to be altered by the polyphenols and flavonoids in kiwi. And also, the fiber in kiwi can also promote a beneficial microbiota which compete with pathogens and reduce the biofilm adhesion created by those expected pathogens. Effects of biofilms by kiwis is reduced initial adhesion. Therefore, microbes are less able to attach to surfaces, and potential biofilm dispersal, because the actinidin, the protease enzyme in kiwi and other fruits, don't have actinidin. So this actinidin may cleave adhesion molecules with established biofilms. So even if the biofilms have been around for a while, the actinidin in kiwi can still cleave the biofilm surface. Other fruits can't do that cleaving effect because other fruits, they don't contain actinidin, that enzyme in kiwis. So the other fruits lack that enzyme. So other fruits, they can't have that cutting, cleaving effect the same way that kiwis do. So that makes kiwi rather unique, and kiwi has different effects in the body, even in the gut and in the stomach, that other fruits would otherwise not be able to do or have the same effect on the gut that kiwi does. Okay, so actinidin in kiwis actually has an effect on gastric emptying. So basically, what happens is when you eat protein, your stomach contracts, mixes food, and gradually releases it into the small intestines. So this is called gastric emptying. So with faster gastric emptying, because the studies have shown that this leads to faster gastric emptying, because the actinidin in kiwi partially digests proteins before the stomach acid and pepsin fully act during the gastric emptying process. What this ends up doing is that actinidin reduces the bulkiness and viscosity of protein, which normally slows the stomach's exit. So this might sound risky, the faster emptying, thanks to kiwi, but this actually improves digestion. Proteins reach the small intestine already partially broken down, making nutrient absorption more efficient. So that means that kiwi could also help offset the biofilm stealing or robbing nutrients from the body, and biofilms making the body deficient in nutrients. So kiwis can help mitigate or reduce that negative effect by enhancing nutrient absorption, leaving more nutrients and vitamins available for the human body. So another cool thing about kiwi and actinidin as a result of the faster gastric emptying is that amino acids, they become more available. This even affects and impacts amino acids in collagen peptide powders. This is critical because T cells, they need amino acids for protein synthesis, because T cells need to undergo or use protein synthesis for a proper immune function. But that's a different rabbit hole for a different video for a different day. Okay, so it's critical to be careful to not cook kiwis because heat can destroy the actinidin. So therefore, you will not get the actinidin benefits already explained throughout this whole video. Also, uh, the effect of kiwi actinidin is dose dependent, and it's more pronounced with raw green kiwi fruit than with cooked or processed forms. So possibly like some kiwi juices that you can find at the grocery store probably don't have the actinidin because of the processing, possibly even the heating. So the best form of kiwi to get, if you desire to have the actinidin benefits explained throughout the video, would be raw green kiwi fruit that you could possibly find at the farmer's market, maybe your local farmer, at the produce section at the grocery store. So that's it for the video. If you want more future videos and value, then like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep it locked on my channel, and I'll see you next time.